All right, before I read this article, go ahead and comment, like, share, subscribe. And this is from Politico. Newsom sends his children back to private school classrooms in California. This is October 30th, 2020. Governor Gavin Newsom says Friday his children have returned to in-person learning under the phased-in approach as schools across the state remain shuttered due to COVID-19, including nearly all public schools in Sacramento County where the governor lives. The news. Newsom said at a news conference that his 4 children ages 4 to 11 have returned to classrooms in some capacity. Newsom's children attend a private school in Sacramento County that has a hybrid learning or a hybrid schedule that alternates remote and in-person education before it will return full-time next month, according to a source. Politico is not naming the school for privacy reasons. Right off the bat, that goes to show you why are his school. First of all, if you take COVID out of the equation, take COVID completely out of the equation, why are his kids in private school? If the government schools are so good, why are his kids in private school? That's right off the bat. That's what I'm going to ask. That's before we even ask about, well, wait a minute now, you got everyone else's schools closed, but then your schools, these private schools, you got them open. That's why that there's been a lot of people taking note. There's going to be the biggest education gap that we have seen in probably forever, about to happen right now, with kids that are in private school versus public school. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be a big gap in education because a lot of the kids that are full remote learning aren't even logging in to do it. So we'll pick up. They're phasing back into school, and we are phasing out of our very challenging social or distance learning that we've been doing. So many parents are doing up and down the state. Newsom said Friday when asked about his own children's education, Sacramento County schools are allowed to open classrooms under Newsom's reopening system. But the county's large public school districts, including San Juan Unified, which serves Newsom's neighborhood, have yet to do so. Some Sacramento County districts plan to reopen their elementary schools next month, while San Juan has a January goal date. Sacramento City Unified has yet to propose a reopening date. They have a goal date. They don't actually have an actual date. His kids are supposed to be going to the public school, to that one, that has a January goal date, but he's sending his kids to private school because, he has such faith in the school system, in the public school system. Isn't that amazing? Once again, just like I've said in previous videos with Lori Lightfoot going and getting her hair cut and then saying that she's the face of Chicago, so she takes her hygiene very seriously, while you can't go get your hair cut, when Governor Pritzker of Illinois goes and says, oh yeah, no, the reason why we spent, in February, March and all that, during the real cold months, and everyone was saying such negative things about Florida, his family is in the home down in Florida. Isn't that amazing? When you remember when the same Governor Pritzker has a home up in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, when Wisconsin decided that they wanted to overturn the COVID rules and Lake Geneva was like on and popping out there. Guess what? Even though he had his state locked down, Pritzker was over in Lake Geneva in his home up in Lake Geneva. It's amazing. People are just fine with this. In Wisconsin, when the Wisconsin Supreme Court decided to overturn the restrictions, it was overturned 4-3. 4 people, of course, wanted to open the state, and 3 didn't want to. That very next weekend, I think it happened on a Wednesday or Thursday, the very next weekend, one of the people that voted against opening, she was out on a pontoon boat with her friends in a bikini, looking great, I doubt, that I dare to say. She really was. She's out there with her friends, just, having a good time. 8 people on a pontoon boat, no social distancing, no mask. I don't understand how people are okay with this hypocrisy. Nancy Pelosi, we remember that. Was that Dianne Feinstein in the airport with no mask? And people are just fine with these people doing these things. This guy right here is sending his children to a private school, all while keeping all the public schools shut down, and his kids get to go to private school and get to learn in person. It's absolutely amazing. Never seen anything like this. And people will make excuses for this hypocrisy. They'll make excuses for this. Anyway, I'm going to link this article so that y'all can read the rest of it, but it's quite amazing. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. All right.